Hello my darlings, Candid dolls is here, and today I'm going to walk you through my process of making Candid dolls, my candy sisters, Polkagris and Licorice. Polkagris is Swedish stick candy that was invented in 1859. Its traditional Polkagris candy is a stick with white and red stripes. It's peppermint flavored. And everybody knows what licorice is. Of course, it's a black candy. Can be sweet, can be sour, can be salt. Here in Sweden they are very popular. Those candies you see in the pictures I made from a theme of clay. I planned to use them for decoration of clothes, headpieces and maybe something else. So, let's begin. For my two candy dolls, I chose Frankie and Golia. And by the way, thank you all guys on Instagram who helped me to choose. So at first I started to build a wig for my candy dolls. And here you see I'm making a wig with two ponytails for my Polkagris. The fiber I used for this wig is a soft alpaca from Zerga Studio I ordered on Etsy. I will provide link below. I can say this was very nice alpaca. I never tried better. I could comb this fiber as much I wished and it never shred any hair. So very nice. So as you see, I at first made two ponytails and then I folded my markings and applied more wefts. And then I just continue as usual. I don't have my own tutorial about wigs, but there is so many tutorials and I learned to do this by watching them. So both Delightful and Andrea have very nice tutorials about wigs making. So if you don't know yet how to do it, check please their tutorials. I will provide links to their channels as well in my description. In the same way, I made a wig for my Licorice as well. For making wigs, I usually use my model doll. She is already prepared for this process. But now is the time to removing all hair and all makeup from both Golia and Frankie. I use nail polish without acetone and oil to remove makeup. I'm working very thoroughly and carefully with cotton pins and cotton pads to remove all makeup. As usual, before I start painting on the faces, I use Mr. Super Clear with 2 or 3 layers of coating the faces. Then I continue with my pencils to draw basic shapes of eyes and brows. And then I go over to my pastels to build some shades on her face. And for Frankie I used much pink. And for Golia I used pinkish, little brownish colors of pastels. For Polkagris, Frankie, I chose to paint her eyes with different shades of pink and a little bit of brown. I always find it's a little bit difficult to draw eyebrows, but I was quite happy with her eyebrows here. They are a little bit higher and have this naive and surprised look to build this sweet character. I thought Gulia would be a very nice choice for Licorice candy, and thank you again guys on Instagram to help me decide. I thought so because Licorice is a character who has much more depth, maybe, if you put it this way, because she can be sweet, she can be sour, she can be salt, and Gulia's strong feature think much very nice to Licorice. Gulia or Licorice will have a black hair, and I decided to give her blue eyes because I just love this combination of blue eyes and black hair, don't you guys? Oh yes, and before I forget, this time I tried to use something new. I tried to use watercolor paint just on her lips because I wanted to be a little bit more intensive. For sweet Polkagris, I painted whites in her eyes with watercolor paint as well. I never tried before, and I will see how it works when I try to gloss them. I hope it works. And for flare in her eyes, I always use acrylic paint because it's much more easy to work with. Yeah, well, it's time to blush bodies. I always sprayed Mr. Super Clear in between all my layers, I forgot to mention it, and of course I sprayed whole body with Mr. Super Clear, just one layer for the ground blushing. After first blushing, I spray one more time and let her dry fully. I'm finishing up her face with a little bit gloss in her lips and eyes. I tried to be careful with eyes, especially because I used watercolor paint and I didn't know how it will perform if I lay this gloss over, but it worked quite okay. Some finishing touches for her body blushing as well. And as you see, I already painted her breasts. And after this, I just spray her again with Mr. Super Clear, with her finishing layer, all her body. But I will not spray her face because it's already gloss in it. I know guys, I don't tell here in this video all the steps I did, very thoroughly maybe, because this video would be much longer. It's already very long. In a later part of this video I include as well cloth making and headpiece making. So if you have a question, if you didn't understand something in this video how I do it, please just ask me questions in the commentary. I will be very thankful if you ask me the questions, and I of course will answer as good as I can. So here is as well some finishing touches with Licorice, and little gloss on her eyes and lips and eye flare, and you see her body already blushed. So she's soon ready, and we will move on the cloth part. In my concept stage, I decided I will make similar clothes for these two girls, and I decided to make a corset and some skirts and maybe some blouse. All clothes I made in a quite early stage of this project, so if you follow my channel, maybe you already watched my corset tutorial, so I will not explain much more in this video, but you are welcome to watch corset making video in my channel. For my headpiece, I used this plastic ring from Coca-Cola bottle. I just cut it in one place to make this bow. Then I covered this red bow with double-sided tape. Then I turned edges of the tape inside, so I got all this plastic bit covered. And then I just applied some fabric piece on this, and it stuck as it was glued. From piece of fabric I had over, I made some rosettes and just sew them on the headpiece. For a Licorice headpiece, I decided to make some roses from a tissue paper. I would like to say a big thank you for Pop and Atelier, who made tutorials about how to make headpieces. It's totally her idea to use bottle caps and tissue paper. When I was done with my decoration for both headpieces, I chose some candies I made from this Fimo clay and glued them with hot glue gun on headpieces. So now the headpiece for Polkagris is done, and I continued to make a headpiece for Liquorice in a similar way, just trying things out and gluing pieces on the headpiece. And I thought the result was very cute. And now to the very fun part, to dressing up the dolls. So my Polkagris, she had these shoes, which I made from original shoes, just painted them and glued some candy on, and corset, and the skirt, and of course this cutest thing, headpiece. Later I decided to make two handbags for both dolls, but this video already very long, so I decided to separate it in an own video, which I will upload very soon. And here she is. And now time to dress Licorice. For Licorice I made this corset dress. Shoes I painted over with black and pink. And I made this little blouse as well. And here is my Candid dolls. I think they became very sweet. I don't have any favorites here. I love them both very much. But if you like one more than another, please comment below. Do you like more sweet Polkagris or you prefer salty Licorice? Please watch as well my next video about these little bags they holding in their hands. To make those handbags, I used Pop & Atelier brilliant tutorial and I thank you very much. So all credit for idea behind those bags is to Pop & Atelier. That's all for me for now. Thank you so much for watching this video. Subscribe for more tutorials and face-ups. And of course follow me on other channels: Instagram, Facebook and Flickr. Bye bye!